Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another broadcast of SHC TV live on YouTube as we bring to you Sacred Heart Cathedral varsity boys basketball hosting the St. Francis Lancers of Mountain View in continued WCAL action. Fightin Irish come into tonight's league contest 2-9 in league. They're 9-12 overall. St. Francis, a league mark of 3-8. They are 11-10 overall.
Good evening, fans, and welcome.
Now let's turn it over to public address announcer Kevin Buckley for tonight's starting lineups.
Features the Lancers of St. Francis High School and your Sacred Heart Cathedral Fightin Irish. Before we meet tonight's game participants, we ask that you please rise for our opening prayer. Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. God of all that is good, we thank you for gathering the communities of St. Francis and Sacred Heart Cathedral together tonight. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, we ask for your special blessing of this game, that we may use our God-given talents to provide exciting competition and great reward for all athletes, coaches, family, and friends here to support us. For a safe and exciting game, we pray in gratitude for this opportunity tonight. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Please remain standing now for the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the Lancers. Starting at guard, 5'9" senior, number 5, Oscar Pedraza. At guard, 5'10" senior, number 11, Roy Yuan. At forward, 6'5" junior, number 23, Ryan Daly. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 25, Maurice Wilmer. And starting at forward for the Lancers, 6'1" senior, number 30, Mateo Fontana. Head coach of St. Francis is Mike Motil, assisted by Matt Coots and Jay Knockenhauer. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the Fightin Irish. At forward, 6'1" senior, number 0, Elijah Flowers. At guard, 5'11" senior, number 2, Miles Moe. At guard, 6'4" senior, number 3, O'Shea McCormick. At guard, 6' senior, number 4, C.J. Reed. And starting at guard for the Irish, 6' senior, number 10, Lavon John. Head coach of St. Bernard Cathedral is Sean Mackay, assisted by Keith Smith and Fred Morris. On behalf of WCAL, good luck to both teams participating this evening.
Well, thank you to Public Address Announcer Kevin Buckley for getting us started with the introductions and our ceremonial prayer and playing of the national anthem. Ready for tip-off here. St. Francis is going to open the game with number 5, Oscar Pedraza, number 11, Roy Wan, number 23, Ryan Daly, 25, Maurice Wilmer, and number 30, Mateo Fontana. And the Irish are going to counter with number 0, Elijah Flowers, number 2, Miles Bowe, number 3, O'Shea McCormick, number 4, Cedric Reed, and number 10, Lavon Johns. All seniors to start for the Irish tonight. There was a pregame ceremony honoring our seniors and their families for their dedication and time served to the program. As is customary, we do with all of our last varsity home games. Girls basketball will be honored next Tuesday night against St. Francis here at home. Ready for the tip, and we're underway. Irish win the tip. Flowers out to C.J. Reed to start the offense from the top. Over to Lavon Johns. Back to Reed. Reed to Johns. Into McCormick. Reed to the corner to Miles Bowe to start it off for 3. Definitely where you want to start. St. Francis is going to counter with some missed free attempts by Maurice Wilmer. Outlet pass to Elijah Flowers, who lays it in on the right side. As the Irish go up 5-0 early in the game. Flowers has really done an outstanding job all season long of getting out ahead on the break and really being able to close on a fast break layup. Inbound pass going to go to the backcourt. Maurice Wilmer will control from the top, passes over to Ryan Daly. Daly over to Pedraza. Pedraza out to Juan. St. Francis trying to work the ball inside on the post against Flowers. It's a steal and a great save. As coming back down the court, Flowers, a little float pass to O'Sheen McCormick. CJ Reed going to set up the offense now for the Irish. Levon Johns with a beautiful move underneath the hoop to get himself his first 2 points of the night. Irish lead 7-0. Early here in the first. An errant pass almost out of bounds. Another turnover. Another outlet pass to Flowers, who's going to go up from the left side with the right hand and just miss. The Irish, ever since last week's Reardon game, really trying to push the up tempo. That's a three-point shot. It's good from the corner by Oscar Pedraza. 7-3 now. Flowers going to be called for player control. Maurice Wilmer did get out in front of him and was able to draw the offensive foul. Got wholesale substitutions now for the Lancers. Desai Lopez, Matt Larson, Anthony Lansfear, all checking into the game for the Lancers. Matt Larson will control. Hands the ball off to Sebastian Pelayo. Ball gets knocked around. A three-point attempt by Pelayo, no good. Tipped back in by number 21, Anthony Lansfear. (7-5). With just over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. CJ Reed to McCormick. To Johns, back to McCormick. They're just going to play catch here in the middle. And a little firm pass from Elijah Flowers off of the foot of O'Sheen McCormick. We're going to have another sub here for St. Francis. Mateo Fontana checking back in. Lancers to bring the ball up. Matt Larson to control. Up the left side, being guarded heavily by CJ Reed. CJ avoids an early screen. Larson with the ball just outside the arc. Now he's going to drive to the paint. A little running floater with the right hand is going to get a friendly bounce. And this game is tied at 7. The Irish trying to push the pace. They played a wonderful game. Unfortunately, not the results they wanted, but they played Reardon last week. And they went as up-tempo as you could be. And against a team like Reardon, it's a matter of how long you can run with them. And the Irish actually had a game-tying shot that fell just short as they ultimately lost that game. CJ Reed with a nice bucket for the Irish to regain the lead. Matt Larson with the ball, looking for Kyle Rosecrans in the corner. He's going to miss his three. O'Sheen McCormick with a long pass to Levon Johns. Ball's not handled, but we do remain with possession, and the shot's just short. Ball's going to be brought up by Mateo Fontana now. Over to Larson. St. Francis trying to find a little bit of rhythm here early. Ball's down low to Anthony Lansfear, and it's tipped and almost turned over. Three-point shot by Mateo Fontana is just short. They're going to go tip off of O'Sheen McCormick, and it's going to stay Lancer ball.
Corey McCoy into the game for the Irish. For the Lancers,
Ryan Daly checking back in. Desai Lopez checking back in. And Oscar Pedraza. And seeing his first action for the night for the Irish is Corey McCoy. Lancers inbound. Pedraza with the ball. Swing it up to Kyle Rosecrans. Ryan Daly looking to set a screen. McCoy works off the screen. Daly falls down underneath. And he's going to have a pass go off his hands and out of bounds.
Into the Irish lineup, number 11, Miles
Checking into the game for the first time this evening for the Irish now, number 11, Miles Jones. Miles Bowe getting a big round of applause for hitting the first bucket of the night. All smiles as he's down on the bench, gets his sip of water. McCormick back to Reed. Reed and McCoy standing well above the penetration line. Looking for an open three. CJ from the free throw line. Nice jump shot, and that's going to go for him. He's got 4 so far in the early going. It's 11-7. A little over 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Pedraza with the ball, swings it out to Rosecrans. Back to Pedraza at the arc on the right side. Trying to get the ball into Ryan Daly. And there's another turnover. CJ Reed's going to bring it up the court. And he's going to go all the way to the basket looking for a layup. And he's going to draw the foul. That foul is going to be on Ryan Daly.
First team foul.
His first personal and the first team foul. Going to be 2 shots for
For the
CJ
Irish,
Reed.
number 4, CJ Reed to the line. 2 shots. Roy Yuan and Maurice Wilmer into the game for the Lancers.
Roy Wan and Maurice Wilmer back into the game for the Lancers.
CJ Reed will shoot 1 more.
As Kevin Buckley likes to say, 1 more for CJ. Just short. Daly with the rebound. Wilmer now brings it up the court. As he steadies the offense, calls the play. Swings the ball out to Pedraza. Pedraza with the drive and a wild layup. He's going to be off. Corey McCoy with the rebound and outlet pass to CJ Reed. And we're good again for 2. 6 points for Reed. We got a timeout on the court. St. Francis, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to step away for a few moments. We'll be back. You're watching SHC TV. Welcome back. 14-7 lead for the Irish with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. So far, CJ Reed leading scorers with 6 points. Pedraza with the ball. Over to Wilmer. Wilmer to Fontana. Ryan Lee at the top of the key. Or Ryan Daly, my apologies. Cousins with the Lee family. Longtime Sacred Heart families. Daly with the drive, and he was challenged by Flowers just for a split second, which threw off his layup. And he missed an easy layup on the rebound by McCormick. He's fouled by Mateo Fontana. It's the second team foul for the Lancers. McCormick now brings the ball up, gives it to CJ Reed. I don't know if the Irish have it in them to sustain the pace that they ran with Reardon last week, because Reardon did the same thing. But they're doing a good job of controlling the ball, lessening their turnovers, taking easy baskets. McCormick with his first 2 buckets, first 2 points of the night. Good shot by Pedraza. Oscar Pedraza with his 5th point of the night. McCormick's looking to drive off of Daly. Switches to the right hand, gets his own rebound. and misses on a pass to Flowers, and here come the Lancers. Trying to hit Daly in transition for an easy layup, and he throws it a little bit short. McCormick with a steal. CJ Reed going to push it up the court and looking for a hurry. He's going to stop and go for three. That's going to be just short. Lancer rebound. Pedraza to bring it up. Wilmer with the ball on the right side. Now to Daly at the top of the key. Into Fontana. Fontana with a fake. Gets Miles Jones in the air. And he's going to earn himself 2 shots. Miles Jones with his first foul tonight.
11, Miles Jones, that's his first. Third team foul.
Third team foul.
Mateo Fontana to the line for St. Francis, 2 shots.
Fontana's first shot is going to be off the front of the rim and out.
Desai Lopez and Matt Larson back into the game for St. Francis.
Desai Lopez and Matt Larson back into the game for the Lancers.
Mateo Fontana has 1 shot remaining.
Fontana with his second of the freebies. Makes good of that one there. So the Irish lead by 6 with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Corey McCoy now going to run the office. Pedraza and Reed with a little shoving as they go down the court, jockeying for position. Reed with the ball now. Over to McCoy. McCoy's going to drive. He falls down. He gets the ball to McCormick. McCormick to Flowers. In the corner. 3-point basket just a hair long. So at the end of one, the Irish lead 16-10. Good start for the Irish. Come on back for the second quarter. You're watching SHC TV. And we're back as the first half continues for the start of the second quarter. Possession is going to be with the Lancers. Mateo Fontana to inbound the ball. St. Francis 3-9 in league, 11-10 overall. They are coached by Mike Motil. He's been there, if I'm not mistaken, about 8 years now. Took over for longtime coach Steve Filios. 3-point basket is good by Maurice Wilmer. And the Irish lead is 3. Corey McCoy with an inside bucket in quick transition, and the lead is back to 5. Everybody getting into the scoring game for the Irish tonight. Very, very unselfish. Sacred Heart Cathedral head coach Sean Mackay, a graduate of St. Francis High School, Mountain View. It's the class of 1995. We're going to have a foul call on Elijah Flowers and the Irish on a hold call. As they battle for position, got his arms wrapped around. St. Francis to inbound now. Pass goes inside. Good shot by Larson. Fake right, spin left. Nice job by Larson for his 2. Turnover by the Irish. Wilmer's going to come back down and control. That's a big body to control the ball. That shot's going to come up short. Corey McCoy with the rebound. He's going to go right around Wilmer, who's looking to draw a charge, and drew Corey just enough offline.
Ryan Daly back in for the Lancers.
Where it was really an uncontested layup, which had an uncontested chance of going in, unfortunately. Ryan Daly going to check back into the game for the Lancers. a transfer from Sacred Heart, Ryan Daly. Spent his freshman year here as a freshman quarterback. Transferred to St. Francis this last season, where he inherited the varsity football quarterback job after their starter went down with a knee injury for the rest of the season. McCormick down the left side. He's going to be fouled on a layup. That foul's going to be on 13, Matt Larson. That's his first.
Team number 3.
Third personal foul against the Lancers.
McCormick heads to the line for the Irish. 2 shots.
McCormick's going to shoot 2. We have a lane violation on the Irish, Oscar Chang. It really doesn't matter because the shot was missed. But Chang was not down in the block. So Miles Bowe checking back in for the Irish. McCormick's going to hit his second. It's a 4-point lead now for the Irish. Pedraza with the ball over to Larson. Fontana to Daly, back to Larson. Picks up his dribble. St. Francis trying to work the ball inside. Here's a long 3-point shot by Pedraza, and he's short. Long rebound. Going to go to Fontana, where his return shot's going to be off as well. The Irish control the rebound and back on the offensive side as they set up their play. The Irish in system here. McCormick from the top of the key. Levon Johns to C.J. Reed. Little stutter step. And a pass into Oscar Chang. And he can't handle the pass, and the ball's out of bounds. And it's going to be a turnover. Ball to the Lancers. Just under 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Matt Larson will bring the ball up the left side. Now he dribbles to the top of the key, guarded by McCormick. Gets McCormick up in the air, kicks out to Wilmer, who's off on his 3-point attempt, and Chang with a rebound. And the Irish headed back the other way. Levon Johns with the ball on the left wing. He's in a dribble middle. Miles Bowe with a pass. Trying to get the ball into Oscar Chang. Goes as a kick against the Lancers. So it'll remain Irish ball with a fresh shot clock. McCormick to inbound. Ball goes out to Levon Johns in the corner. Back into McCormick. O'Sheen one way or the other. Defended by Wilmer. Kicks out to C.J. Reed, and he's going to miss his 3-point attempt. And the Lancers the other way. Wilmer brings up the ball. Larson looking to get the ball into Daly. Pedraza with a 3-point shot earlier in the game. Guarded by C.J. Reed. He steps back, and he's going to nail. That's going to be for 2. Foot on the line. Oscar Pedraza for his 2-point shot. Oscar Chang misses the rebound, or misses the layup. On the left side, it was contested by Ryan Daly. Larson with the ball right at the free throw line. Quick pass from Wilmer down into Fontana, but they're going to get Miles Bowe with a push defending that.
That's his first.
Miles Bowe's first foul. The Irish now have 5 total.
Devin Mims in for the Irish. Also in for St. Francis. Number 21, Anthony Landfair.
Devin Mims going to check in for the Irish. Number 15 for his first action of the night. Comes in for Oscar Chang. Young sophomore finding his way through the league. As Desai Lopez, the senior, is able to take Devin underneath the hoop for his easy basket. Pass goes out of bounds for the Irish, and they're going to go the other way, back to defense. Tie game now, 4 minutes to go in the half. 19 all. Larson with the ball over to Landsphere. The Lancers, we have a block there by Devin Mims, and the rebound's going to go pick up by Landsphere, and we're going to get a foul call on the putback by O'Sheen McCormick.
Number 3, O'Sheen McCormick. That's his first 16th foul.
16 foul for the Irish.
Number 21, Anthony Landfair to the line for the Lancers. Lancers.
Anthony Lanphier for the
2.
Lancers. He's going to shoot 2 right now. His first one is up over the front edge of the rim and good. Gives the Lancers the first lead of the evening. The Irish got off to a quick start, 7-0. And St. Francis has found their way back into this game. They now lead by 2. CJ Reed trying to get the offense moving. Miles Bowe from the corner where he hit earlier. That ball is going to be long. May have been tipped coming out of his hand. In transition, St. Francis down, ball's in the corner. You get the ball in Lanphier, who is a large body. It's an errant pass and a turnover, and now Lanphier is going to tip the ball out of bounds. Good play by him as the Irish were headed the other way. Elijah Flowers is going to check back into the lineup for Devin Mims. McCormick from the top of the key. Gets C.J. Reed on the wing. Looking for Levon Johns. Now from the left elbow. His shot's a little long. The loose ball rebound. Out to St. Francis. And they come back down in transition looking to stop ball. And Sebastian Pelayo with the easy layup underneath. Elijah Flowers with the lane in the other direction for 2 points. Sacred Heart Cathedral is going to take a timeout here. Their first timeout of the night, a 30-second timeout. So Elijah Flowers, by my account, with 4 points early. C.J. Reed leading the Irish with 6. As we look around the league tonight, as I try to get some updates for us here. Looks like the Valley Christian Warriors, who are playing at St. Ignatius tonight, have an early lead, 22-21. That's of about a minute ago. Valley Christian has gone on a 7-0 run to get to that 1-point lead midway through the second quarter, much like we are here. All 7:30 starts tonight. St. Francis back on the court. Pedraza is going to bring the ball down. Give it to Lanphier at the top of the key. Desai Lopez with it now. C.J. Reed just goes and takes it from Pedraza, who now has an outlet pass to Flowers. And Flowers with another transition layup from C.J. Reed. A nice play. Lanphier with the ball. Now Desai Lopez. Lopez drives. He's going to go to the basket. Nice shot up and off the backboard for 2 points there. The Lancers lead again by 2.
Basket for the Lancers.
Desai Lopez with 4 points so far. C.J. Reed a contested layup just short. Lanphier with the rebound.
Basket number 4, Desai Lopez.
Pedraza with the ball, looks for 3. Gives the ball to Lopez. This ball goes back to Pedraza. Good movement without the ball. Miles Bowe loses sight of his man for just 1 second. And Levon John's going to be a big body in the middle of the key. We're going to get a player control foul against 22, Sebastian Pelayo. His first foul. Mateo Fontana and Ryan Daly check back in for the Lancers. Kyle Crawford with his first action for this evening for the Irish. Maurice Wilmer also in for the Lancers. O'Sheen McCormick brings the ball up court. 1:20 to go in a game, or in the half. And Ryan Daly with a shove of Elijah Flowers. It has been a little bit chippy underneath from what we've been seeing. Not chippy, that would be the wrong word, but it has been physical. Battling for position, neither guy willing to give. Usually if you see a guy extend his arms out, that's going to be a foul after contact.
for Ryan
So
Daly.
Desai Lopez is going to check back in for Ryan Daly. O'Sheen McCormick to inbound from underneath the basket. Looked like Crawford and Flowers were running the same play. That didn't look quite right. C.J. Reed with a drive and a bucket from the right side on a nice layup. C.J. Reed continues his hot hand, and this game is tied again with 1 minute to go in the half. Oscar Pedraza, that tie game does not last very long. His three-point shot, and the Irish go the other way. Corey McCoy with a layup, and the ball just rolls out. St. Francis in transition again. They're going to hit Pedraza from the wing again, and a high rebound's going to go back. But good job underneath by sophomore Kyle Crawford with 30 seconds to go. Outlet pass to Elijah Flowers, and they're going to get Elijah Flowers on a travel as he was trying to gather himself to let the defense go running around him. Right idea, just a little happy feet. Might have slid on the gym floor. Intentional or not, and the call still goes the other way. LaVon John's back into the game to give Flowers a breather. We're at 20 seconds to go in the half. The Lancers playing for the last shot. Up by 3. The 10-second mark. As they allow Pelayo to come all the way down and drive the hoop on his own. And he misses the layup. A little communication error by the referees, and we're going to call the Lancers for a double dribble. Miles Jones checking in for the last 2.5 seconds here of the half. The Irish are going to look for a long pass or a really long three-point shot. C.J. Reed's going to throw one up. Not quite sure what the call is. I heard no shot. They're going to go to the end of the quarter. That's going to be the halftime for us. They're visiting St. Francis Lancers 28, the Irish 25. We'll be out for about 10 minutes. Don't go far. We'll be back. Second half action here on SHC TV. Welcome back, second half action. Live from Christian Brothers Court on the campus of Sacred Heart Cathedral. Greg Franceschi here, Nino Balistreri, Jem Collado getting us on the air tonight. The Irish trail by 3 to start the second half, 28-25. With possession, inside pass to Elijah Flowers. He's going to miss the layup. Wilmer heading the other direction. Wilmer with the fadeaway from the left elbow. A nice shot. Kind of a shot that you really can't contest too much. It was a nice job.
Lancer foul, number 23.
Lancer foul is going to be on
third personal foul.
Ryan Daly, his third personal foul. Sheen McCormick to the line. He's going to shoot 2. McCormick just off to the right. Ryan Daly going to check out of this game. Desai Lopez checking back in. McCormick to shoot his second right now. O'Sheen good on the second. Irish trail by 4. McCormick with 4 points in a game. Had 3 in the first half. Larson with the ball. Kicked out to Wilmer. Wilmer fakes a handoff to Mateo Fontana. He's going to shoot an off-balance 3 and get his own very long rebound. And an errant pass to the middle of the key right into C.J. Reed's hands. C.J. Reed to LaVon Johns to O'Sheen McCormick. And a bucket, and the Irish are back within 2. Nice ball movement there. Oscar Pedraza now from the corner. Looking to get a ball into Desai Lopez. That ball is going to be stolen by McCormick, and from his seat, going to get outletted to C.J. Reed. C.J. Reed's going to run the court and tie this game at 30. Irish looking for the hot start like they had to start the game. They went up 7-0 within the first minute. Good ball movement by the Irish tonight. Not a whole lot of turnovers. It is still considered a young team. 3-point basket, good there by Matt Larson. Giving him 7 for the evening so far. Miles Bowe's going to draw a foul on the other end.
Lancer foul, number 13, Matt Larson.
Lancer foul is going to be on Matt Larson.
Team foul number 2.
Second personal, second team of the half. Miles Bowe's going to shoot 2.
Number 2, Miles Bowe to the line for the Irish. He is shooting
So like I was
2.
saying, the Irish last year with a couple of graduates, and with the transfer of E.J. Neal to San Diego and of Bryce Monroe to Archbishop Reardon, there wasn't a lot of second shot good by Miles Bowe. He's got 5. There was not a lot of experience on the court. Oscar Cheng got some time as the season went on. He had to sit out for transfer rules for the first half. So we all know the story of O'Sheen McCormick by now. O'Sheen, who has not played high school basketball, played soccer as a freshman. Didn't play his sophomore year, didn't play his junior year. Tried out this year and has been one of the really good bright spots for the Irish. We're going to get a loose ball foul. Miles Bowe on a push, looking at a rebound. That's his second. So Sheen McCormick, who has done a wonderful job and exude great leadership on a team that he hadn't played for. Well respected by his teammates and his coach. Pedraza with the ball. Tries to force a pass into Lopez. McCormick around the back as he's going to take a full ride to the basket, and he's going to be off on his layup. Maybe trying to do a little bit too much there. And we're going to get a timeout call by St. Francis. We're going to call it a 30-second timeout. So while we do that, we can update the first half scores, or scoring leaders in the ball game. Elijah Flowers with 6 in the first half. Miles Bowe with 3, opened the game with a 3-point shot. O'Sheen McCormick had 3, now 6, as he's got 3 in the quarter. Corey McCoy had a pair of points. Vaughn Johns had a bucket. And leading Irish scorers, leading all scorers with 9 was C.J. Reed. Desai Lopez now has 4 points. Oscar Pedraza with a pair of 3s and a pair of 2s. He's got 10. Matt Larson with 7. Anthony Landfear with 3. Shot in the corner is no good, and they're going to get another. Let's see. The foul's going to be on a push. A push off on the rebound, so that's his second on the game. O'Sheen McCormick with the left hand, he spins, tries to force a shot up and misses. We're going to get a I'm not sure what we're getting. So it's dead ball, shot clock stays the same. I didn't see a foul call, unless there was a warning call, a bench warning against Coach Sean Mackay, but didn't look like it. Flowers to Bowe underneath. Bowe with his own rebound and put back in. Bowe with 2 more points for the Irish, and that gives them the lead, 34-33 with 4.5 to go. Matt Larson with the drive down the lane runs into O'Sheen McCormick, and O'Sheen looked like he had the ball in his hand as Larson came down with it, and they're going to call a holding foul against O'Sheen. That's going to be his second foul.
Matt Larson to the line for the Lancers.
Larson to the line. 2 shots. First shot is up and off the front left of the rim. Bounces off.
Corey McCoy back in for the Irish.
Corey McCoy going to check in for Miles Bowe.
Matt Larson will shoot 1 more.
Senior night here on campus. 5 starting seniors. Both free throws are missed, and they're going to get O'Sheen McCormick on another holding call.
Foul number 3, O'Sheen McCormick. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Which very well could have gone as a jump ball.
Oscar Pedraza back in for the
But
Lancers.
O'Sheen McCormick picks up 2 quick ones.
For Matt Larson.
Both holding calls. So St. Francis with another opportunity, the 3rd in a row. Pedraza alone for 3. He misses wide right. Ball's out to LaVon Johns, and the outlet to Elijah Flowers, who's going to run the court as he does and picks up another 2 points. His first 2 of the half, giving him 8 for the night. Desai Lopez with the ball underneath the basket. McCormick straight up and down. Can't end up with a 4th foul here. Desai Lopez is going to win that battle for 2 points. And we've got a timeout on the court taken by Sacred Heart Cathedral. This will be a full timeout. So while we've got a minute, we're going to step away, catch our breath, bring you back to the second half of the 3rd quarter and the rest of the ball game here. You're watching SHC TV live on YouTube. And we are back. Just under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The Irish lead 36-35. been a back and forth battle here through this second half. CJ Reed is going to bring the ball up for the Irish. Over to LaVon Johns on the left side. LaVon with the drive and a layup. He's going to miss. As the ball goes the other way, the Lancers bring the ball down the court. Ryan Wan turns it over. LaVon Johns with the steal and the drive. He misses. And freshman Rajon Jackson, who just checked into the game, with the rebound and a putback. And we're going to get a travel call. Rajon Jackson just checking into this game. He is a freshman. Started the year on the freshman A team. And they brought him up to varsity just as league began. And has really provided a good spark of energy for this Irish run. Although they don't have a lot of wins to show for it in league right now. They've really played much better. Played much more up-tempo, much more physical. This young team gaining experience on the fly. They have 2 sophomores out here. They've got 1 freshman. Corey McCoy transferred in. Oh, that's a shot is off there. LaVon Johns with the rebound and a putback from underneath. He's got 4 for the night. Rasheem McCormick, Garden Landsphere. Ball's kicked out to Mateo Fontana at the elbow where he's going to make. The Irish lead by 3 with 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. Get you an update from the Sunset where St. Ignatius is hosting Valley Christian. At the half, SI was up 1, 28-27. No-look pass into McCormick by Jackson. Dribbles out, back over, skip pass to Corey McCoy. We're going to get a travel call here on a bump and a bumble through the middle of the key. It's going to be a turnover by McCoy for the Irish. Oscar Cheng to return into the game, giving McCormick a rest. Good defense by McCoy. Rajon Jackson, who might be the most athletic kid on the court right now. Full of life, full of hustle. Nice job. Good rebound there by Oscar Cheng on a missed layup by Larson. McCoy trying to get around on the baseline, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. That's going to be a foul on Maurice Wilmer, as the two of them are joking back and forth together. Wilmer's first foul. Team foul number 4. LaVon Johns to inbound now. Long pass out to CJ Reed, top of the key, where we'll set the offense. Just above 1.5 minutes to go. Irish lead 3 here in the third quarter. CJ Reed going to try and force a pass into Oscar Cheng underneath, and it looked like it was deflected off a St. Francis player, but off a Landsphere it sure looked like, but apparently they're going to call a second tip off of Oscar Cheng. Kyle Rosecrans checks back into the game for the Lancers. The Irish going to press. Now they're going to back off. Landsphere is going to handle the ball, bringing it up the court, and they leave Oscar Pedraza wide open for an easy layup on the left side.
Oscar Pedraza from teammate Kyle Rosecrans.
So 1-point lead for the Irish now. McCoy with the ball, looking for movement. He's going to drive, take a off-balance shot. We're going to get no foul call. 1 minute to go. Landsphere makes the pass, runs through CJ Reed. Long rebound out to Reed. Now to Kyle McCoy or Corey McCoy, and we're going to get a bucket and a foul. Corey McCoy out in transition, no dribble. 2 long steps and a layup on the left side. Foul's going to be on Lucas Lee, who just checked into the game, although he does not agree.
He is shooting 1.
Corey McCoy now shooting 1. Try to extend this Irish lead to 4, and they're going to get it done with the bonus, 43-29. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Lee with the ball on the left side. Now over to Wilmer. Wilmer up top to Landsphere. Lucas Lee with the ball. Back to Landsphere. Lee's calling for it back. CJ's going to contest that. Wilmer with the ball now at the top of the key. LaVon John's guarding him. Try a little pick and roll. Back out to Lee on top. Lee's now going to drive. Kick back to Wilmer. And Wilmer's going to lose control of it as that ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Irish possession. Now from the other side of the court, we're going to get a conversation with the referees, and they're going to say that it was tipped by an Irish player. So the shot clock needs to be reset to 5. Nice job by the defense there by the Irish here. Hate to see that go unrewarded. And now they're going to get a foul call on a bucket and a foul. Oscar Cheng with the foul.
O'Sheen McCormick returns from the Irish.
O'Sheen's going to check in for Oscar Cheng. The made basket by Oscar Pedraza.
First aside, number 4, Desai Lopez for the Lancers.
A really good job of defense there by the Irish, and what looked like Wilmer just lost the ball out of bounds. It's called one way, and then the referee from the other side of the court decided that it was a tip pass, and the Lancers convert. So Evan Williams checks into the game for Lucas Lee. It's a 1-point lead. It's 5 seconds to go. McCormick looking to make move. He picks up his dribble. CJ Reed with a long 3, and that ball is just in and out. Desperation shot by Wilmer. It's a whole lot closer than I think anybody anticipated. But at the end of the third quarter, Sacred Heart Cathedral 43 with the lead over the Lancers here with 42. We'll be back in 1 minute to wrap up all the action here. You're watching SHC TV. Stay put. Welcome back as we gear up for the final 8 minutes of play. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to SHC TV Sports on our YouTube channel. As basketball season winds down, we do have one basketball broadcast left. We will be streaming live the girls' final home game, senior night for girls basketball, next Tuesday, 6 o'clock, against the St. Francis Lancers. It was a rescheduled game from last Friday. We had a problem here in the pavilion. Our dividing curtain that separates the eastern half from the western half was stuck in the down position. We blew a gasket on the motor. So we had to reschedule the girls' game. And with not as many girls' leagues games, it's actually a league bye next Tuesday. But the Irish and the Lancers are going to tangle for the final spot. CJ Reed with a 2-point basket to start the quarter. Girls with 2 very tough games coming up next. They've got Valley Christian on Friday.
Irish foul, number 5, Corey McCoy. That's his
Corey
first.
McCoy with the foul, his
Defense
first.
number 5.
15th foul. The Lady Irish traveled to Valley Christian on Friday night in a must-win situation to keep their playoff hopes alive. After that, they're going to host St. Francis. They are forced to win 2 out of 2 after coming off a loss to Mitty last night, where the Lady Monarchs continued to roll.
Irish
foul on number 3, O'Sheen McCormick, his 4th.
Team foul number 6.
16th foul of the half. Lancer ball from underneath. Pedraza out to Lee. Lee from the top of the key. Kicks it over to Lopez. Lopez is going to drive underneath. They're going to go right at O'Sheen with 4 fouls here. Pedraza with the 3-point basket with challenging C.J. Reed right in front of him. But Pedraza with a big shot and ties this game up at 45 apiece. Lancer foul is going to be on Lucas Lee, his second. He's only been in for a couple of minutes. He's got 2. Rajon Jackson now to shoot 2. Jackson's first is up and good. Levon John's going to check into the game. For O'Sheen McCormick and give him a rest with 4 fouls. But I'm sure we'll see him back shortly. Rajon's second shot is up and friendly bounce and good. And the Irish lead by 2. 6:45 to go here in the ball game. Lopez brings it up, being guarded by Levon Johns. Now hand it off to Wilmer. Fontana with the ball at the top of the key, back to Pedraza. Pedraza, who's had a great scoring game tonight, dribbles this ball off his foot and out of bounds after another conversation with the referees. So this one's going to go in favor of the Irish. C.J. Reed's going to bring it up. C.J. Reed leading the Irish scorers here with 11. Now with the ball and a left hand and a lay-in, and it's good. Make that 13 for C.J. 4-point lead for the Irish. Pedraza, the leading scorer for St. Francis, with 15. Another 3-point attempt. He's going to be short. Rajon Jackson battling for a rebound. He's going to come down with it, and he's going to beat Lopez down the court with the left hand as he's going to drive all the way to the basket. Coast to coast, he's just going to miss right there. Lucas Lee, step back 3 from the corner, and that's good. We're going to go timeout on the court, a full timeout. Big shot by the senior Lucas Lee. As we talked before, senior night here on the court, so we'd like to extend our thanks for the service to the basketball program and their service here at Sacred Heart Cathedral. Members of our great community, to Elijah Flowers, Miles Bowe, O'Sheen McCormick, C.J. Reed, Levon Johns, and somebody who's been hurt all year and hasn't been able to play, but was recognized as well. Senior number 12, Gary Chang. Nice ceremony before the game. Students walked out with their parents, and some siblings, and sons give flowers to their moms and hugs, and I'm sure there were a couple of tears. St. Francis actually graduating 11 seniors, I believe. We've got a 16-man roster. They're graduating 11 seniors. Which means good opportunity for some up-and-comers at the Lancers. For the Lancers next year. Very senior-heavy lineup tonight. All their scoring done by seniors. So I don't know if you ever truly rebuild in high school, but you're certainly going to be looking to more people next year to contribute, much the way the Irish are this year. So I would expect some growing pains. Corey McCoy taking Ryan Daly. This ball is going to go off the backboard, off a Lancer, and out of bounds. Ryan Daly checking back into the game. He has 3 fouls. No points on the night. Oh, big block on Elijah Flowers from Daly. And we're going to go the other way. The late reset of the shot clock. So, shot clock, ball is stopped, time is dead. Shot clock reset to 30 seconds. It's a late restart. Christina Di Donato running our shot clock tonight. Done a wonderful job for us all season long. As is Kevin Buckley as our public address announcer and filling in on play-by-play when needed. Making sure all things SHC get supported and posted. St. Francis looks to be just kind of running around a little passing game. They're going to go hard shot by Fontana, who's going to get his own rebound and back up. And Lancers with the lead here with 4:40 to go in the game, 50-49. Corey McCoy with the drive and a basket. I think they're going to try and run right at young Ryan Daly, the junior out of St. Francis. McCoy now with 7 points. Larson with the ball to Pelayo. We're going to get a blocking foul on C.J. Reed, a blocking foul. That's his second foul, team foul number 7. So we're in a 1-and-1 situation for the Lancers. Sebastian Pelayo to shoot here. 1 point lead for the Irish. Sebastian Pelayo with his own rebound. And then we're going to get a foul call against Rajon Jackson. Team foul number 8. Pelayo now to shoot 2. He goes from a 1-and-1 situation and misses the first. Nobody blocks out the shooter. He picks up the rebound, gets fouled on the second attempt, and he makes his first one here. So Pelayo with his 3rd point of the game. Misses the back end of his bonus. Pass out to Lee. Another offensive rebound for the Lancers. C.J. Reed with good defense. Nice job there getting the ball inside to Mateo Fontana. It's a 2-point lead now for the Lancers with just under 4 minutes to go. The Irish setting their offense. Reed to McCoy, back to Reed, back to McCoy. McCoy with a long 3, and he is off. And a rebound to the Lancers. Pelayo with the ball on the left side. Picks up his dribble a little early. He's got Lee out deep. Far away on the right. Ryan Daly looking to set a screen and roll. It's not there. Pelayo with the ball. It's a tip pass by LaVon Johns. They try to force it in to Reed. And turnover by the Lancers ends up in the Irish favor. C.J. Reed with a little pullback jumper. It's tied up 53 with 3:12 to go. We're going to step away. We've got an exciting one gearing up here. We'll be back on SHC TV. Welcome back to Christian Brothers Court for the final 3:12. Wonderful game played here by the Irish and the St. Francis Lancers. Back and forth entire second half. Multiple lead changes. The Irish, who have really played well as of late, much, much better as the season has progressed. Looking to come away with one here. Very, very hard fought. And as we all know, if we can get into the CCS, once you make it to the dance, it's all about who's playing the best at the right time. So if you're going to peak, now's the time that you're looking to do it. Lucas Lee going to dribble out. Hand off to Pedraza, guarded by Rajon Jackson. Over to Ryan Daly, guarded by O'Sheen McCormick. Lee with the ball. Reed covers him. Ball In low to Wilmer, tipped away. C.J. Reed straight up. They're going to get a call on C.J. Reed.
Irish foul number 4, C.J. Reed. That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 9. For the Lancers, number 25, Maurice Wilmer to the line. He is shooting 2.
So C.J. Reed with 3 fouls now.
First shot up and good.
Maurice Wilmer with his first one up and good. It's a 1-point lead for the Lancers, looking to make it 2. 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go. The second one is short. O'Sheen McCormick with the rebound. He's going to bring it up the left side. Going to give time for the offense to get settled. C.J. Reed to direct from the Shamrock. Corey McCoy, handoff to C.J. Reed. We're down to 10 seconds. McCoy has a tendency to shoot from that kind of distance, but a pass into McCormick and a nice job inside from Corey McCoy. And the Irish now up 1 inside of 2 minutes. Irish looking for a stop. Wilmer pushing around, driving to the hoop, and Daly with nowhere to go on the inside there. He's going to screen and cycle down. Nothing there. Pedraza with the ball. He's going to go to the middle of the hoop. On a tough layup. We're going to get a player control foul against Oscar Pedraza.
Player control foul, number 5, Oscar Pedraza. That's his first.
His first foul of the game. Nice job by Elijah Flowers to take that. That's a call that could probably go either way. It could probably go as a non-call, especially with the minute and a half to go in the game. 2 players just playing hard. But the Irish will take the benefit, no problem. O'Sheen McCormick now with a long 3, and he's off. Ball back to the Lancers. The Irish lead by 1. 1:15 to go here. Wilmer with a push off and dish out to Pedraza. Pedraza looking to get around, and they're going to get C.J. Reed on another foul, and it's going to put them in the double bonus.
Irish foul number 4,
C.J. Reed with now 4 fouls. It's going to be 2 shots to Oscar Pedraza.
The double bonus. Oscar Pedraza to the line. He is shooting 2.
Automatic 2 shots, the 10th team foul. Pedraza sinks the first. Pedraza with 3 3-pointers tonight. His offense has really kept them in the game. And now giving them the lead again. C.J. Reed with the ball, 1:05 to go. Now McCormick back to Reed. 25 seconds to go on the shot clock. We're inside of 1 minute. Ball over to McCoy, to Reed, to Jackson. Back to Reed as they kind of work their way down the court. They started from a high post down. And McCormick is high off the backboard with a miss. 40 seconds to go. The Irish looking for a stop, and then they can play for the last shot, possibly, depending on when this happens. We don't want to give up a foul here. Lucas Lee with the ball at the top of the key. Corey McCoy, a good job on defense. Now Wilmer. Not quite sure where that foul is. That, to me, that's pretty good defense. He's got quicker hands than the dribble has.
Irish foul number 5.
You haven't called a hand check all night long, so you're going to wait for 23.6 seconds to call a hand check. Like I said, a call that could be called, a call that couldn't be called, probably shouldn't be called. You don't want to whistle to decide the outcome of this game. Nice job by McCoy. Maurice Wilmer to shoot 2. His first one is up and good. 2-point lead now. Wilmer to shoot the second. We're going to have a sub here. Checking into the game for Lucas Lee is going to be Matt Larson. So Wilmer with 2 clutch shots as we wind down. 23.6 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Irish going to get the ball across the timeline and call a timeout. Sacred Heart Cathedral timeout. It's going to be a full timeout.
St. Francis has 2 full timeouts remaining.
So as we wind down, we're going to come back with 21.3 seconds to go in the game. The Irish trail by 3. Coach Mackay down on the bench, drawing up a play. The Irish have really played well tonight. A couple shots don't go, a couple whistles maybe not against or not gone their way in the last couple of minutes. But that's high school sport in a nutshell. We'd like to thank you guys for sticking with us this long. Make sure you tune in next week, next Tuesday night, 6 o'clock tip-off, where girls varsity will take on St. Francis as well in their final home game of the year. Like we said before, it's going to be a must-win at Valley Christian for them on Friday and a must-win next Tuesday against St. Francis. Both teams break huddle. Here they come. So McCormick to inbound the ball. CJ Reed at the top of the key. They're going to play catch from the top of the key. Reed to McCoy. McCoy inside to McCormick. McCormick back to Reed. Reed's going to drive, and he's going to work himself a foul with 8.3 seconds to go. That foul's going to be on Ryan Daly, his 4th.
His 4th personal foul. Team down number 8. CJ Reed to the line for the Irish.
CJ Reed to shoot 2 for the Irish here with 8.3 to go. The Irish trail by 3.
First shot up and good.
They had a big game earlier in the year against Bellarmine, where they tie the game up late and go to overtime and win.
CJ Reed has 1 shot.
I'm sure they would love to finish this game with a win.
Timeout taken by St. Francis.
In regulation.
Full timeout.
So St. Francis now going to ice down CJ Reed with a full timeout. We are going to step away for 1 minute. For less than 1 minute. We'll be back here on SHC TV. Back to the final 8.3. CJ Reed made the first of 2. The Irish trail by 2. As the Lancers break the huddle. Now everybody lined up on the block. Daly and Fontana down low for the Lancers. Flowers and John's right next to him. CJ Reed with the big second shot. It's a 1-point game.
Now Miles Bowe checks in for CJ
Miles
Reed.
Bowe checks in for CJ Reed. So we'll look for a quick foul here by the Irish. They're going to go long pass and a wide open Lucas Lee on a blown coverage. So the Irish going to trail by 3 again with 4.7 seconds to go.
Taken by the Irish. This will be a 30-second.
Nice job by Reed to bury both free throws.
And Williams back
So
into the Lancers.
it's a 30-second timeout. So giving up the quick bucket gives the Irish back the ball with time to spare. So even if there was a quick foul, you can never guarantee free throws. But you could be facing the exact same situation with even less time on the clock. So maybe no harm, no foul. We'd like to apologize for our lack of camera movement during the timeouts. We do have one of our rookies operating camera for us tonight, so he's learning as he goes. We'll make sure to catch all the action live, that's for sure. So as both teams break bench, O'Sheen McCormick is going to inbound for the Irish. He's got Mile Bow in front of him. Miles going to take off to free up C.J. Reed to catch a pass. He's now at half court. He's got to take a long three, just off the back iron with 1/10 of a second to go. Disbelief on the eyes of the St. Francis bench. Desai Lopez with his first foul. C.J. Reed, he's going to shoot three. He's got to make them all, and we continue. He makes the first one. C.J. Reed up, and the second one's good. Now a 1-point game with 1/10 of a second to go.
Replacing Desai Lopez. C.J. Reed has one shot remaining.
C.J. Reed has one shot remaining. We'll see what happens right now. And he makes it third. 3 in a row. It's a tie game at 60. No time to catch and shoot, although it almost goes in. But with 1/10 of a second, that shot was called off as it went. So what a great senior night we've got right here, led by their leader with 5 consecutive free throws running down the stretch, including 3 with no time on the clock to tie it at 60. We're going to play 5 more minutes. It's bonus time here at Christian Brothers Court. So I'm going to step away for 1 minute here. We will be back. Don't go anywhere. SHC TV. Oh, we're having a good time up here in the TV booth this evening. 4 minutes to go in overtime. 4 minutes added on to this game. So we're going to bring the last 4 minutes. O'Sheen McCormick going to jump against Ryan Daly. Fans getting into it a little bit here. Got to like the crowd to come out for their seniors. McCormick's going to win the tip. Pass over to Miles Bow. It looks like we are a little bit frozen on our broadcast. I have to apologize for that. Everything seems to be running well. Maybe we have a glitch in what's happening. Let's just stay with it, and we'll see if we come back. We're not getting any signal as to what happened. So stick with us, it will come back. C.J. Reed with the ball, top of court. O'Sheen McCormick underneath, and that ball's going to be blocked out of bounds by Wilmer. With 25 seconds to go on the shot clock, 3:30 to remain in overtime. Pass into Levon Johns. And that shot's going to be missed. Ryan Daly now with the rebound. They bring it up court by Wilmer. Lucas Lee is going to control the ball. We are trying to figure out what's going on with what's going on. So for right now, we're going to treat this as a radio broadcast. 3 minutes to go in overtime. Lucas Lee with a long shot from the corner. Rebounded and put back in the air by Fontana. He's going to miss, and the Irish with the rebound and bring it up court. C.J. Reed drive down all the way, and a floater is not going to be good. Elijah Flowers with the rebound and knocked out of bounds from behind by Maurice Wilmer. Stick with us as we try and get our visual feedback. Inside bucket by Elijah Flowers. Miles Bowe with a nice inside pass to him, and the Irish are going to lead by 2. 2:35 to go. Ryan Daly with the ball at the top of the key. Over to Pedraza, who dribbles left inside the key, and he's now going to kick it out to Wilmer, who's going to tee up a 3 and not miss. With 2:22 to go in the game, in overtime, Lancers lead by 1. C.J. Reed calls out his play from the Shamrock. C.J. Reed from the free throw line. Now he's going to shoot. He's going to make a 2-point basket. Great shot by C.J. Reed as the Irish pull ahead by 1. Lancers with the ball on the right side. Fontana to Wilmer, who just drilled that last three-pointer to take the lead. Ryan Daly with the ball underneath, the reverse layup, and his first 2 points of the night. A nice reverse layup working right to left. Irish with the ball now. They bring it up court. C.J. Reed at the top. Still trying to figure out. Elijah Flowers with another inside bucket. The Irish now lead 66-65 with 1:05 to go. Pass inside, turned over from Wilmer, trying to get Lee cutting through the middle of the key. And it's not going to go. C.J. Reed down the court, pulls up. His shot is off. Elijah Flowers with the rebound, and his putback is off. 45 seconds to go in the game now. Irish lead by 1. St. Francis with the ball as they travel right to left. Lee with a dump pass to Daly, now at the top of the key. Daly tries to force it in to the key, and he's going to miss. So Ryan Daly tried to force a pass inside the key, and it was stolen by LeVon Johns. And as they drive down the length of the court, Coach Mackay wants a timeout. We got 24.8 seconds to go. The Irish lead by 1 in the overtime. So timeout on the court, taken by the Irish. It is a 1-minute timeout. We're going to see if we can't try and get our video back up and running. At least for the last 30 seconds. We're working as frantically as we can. So please stay with us. Hopefully our audio is stuck with you so you hear what's going on. So it looks like we might be back here for the last little bit. I don't know why it happens. I wish I was a tech guru as well. I can teach you how to throw a curveball, but I can't fix too many tech things. But we're back live, I believe. So it's 66-65. The Irish lead with the ball. Shot clock is turned off. 24.8 seconds. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us during the delay. Not quite sure what happens or why it happens, but here we go. Inbound pass to Miles Bowe. C.J. Reed at the top of the key, and we're going to get a foul on Oscar Pedraza here with 20.8 seconds to go. C.J. Reed, who had 5 consecutive free throws to end regulation, 3 with 1/10 of a second left on the clock to tie the game. He drove down the court. Oh, he misses one here. He drove down the court. He forced a 3 with time running off. He was fouled on a shot, and he banked 3 in a row. Now St. Francis is going to take a full timeout. So we're going to take another full timeout here by St. Francis. We're going to keep it right here. And we're going to update our scoreboard and everything because of the technical difficulties. So we're back and moving. Irish with the ball. C.J. Reed with 1 shot remaining. Shot clock is off. With as great as both teams have played here tonight, you wouldn't expect it to come down any other way. The Irish are going to run the same crew out there. Coach Mackay has it all drawn up right here. Got a couple of 3-point sharpshooters so far with St. Francis. Oscar Pedraza, who has multiple tonight, as well as Maurice Wilmer, who has a couple of them tonight. So we're going to go back here. C.J. Reed as we rejoin. 20.8 seconds to go. C.J.'s second shot is up and good. So it's a 2-point lead for the Irish. Under 20 seconds to go. Pedraza with the ball on the right side. Looking for a shot. Wilmer with the ball at the top of the key. We're going to get another timeout here by Coach Mike Motil.
And this is also their final timeout.
It is a full and their final timeout. So they're going back to the drawing board again. 11.9 seconds now remain. Levon Johns is going to check into the game for the Irish for Corey McCoy. The Lancers are going to go with Pedraza. They're going to go with Mateo Fontana, Ryan Daly, Maurice Wilmer, and Lucas Lee. We've seen a lot of action this second half. The Irish will go with Levon Johns, Miles Bowe, C.J. Reed, Elijah Flowers, and O'Sheen McCormick. The word in the huddle right now is no foul. No freebie here. Go out and play good defense. Force them into a tough shot. Here we go, right back to the action now. Mateo Fontana to inbound the ball. He's going to give it to Oscar Pedraza from the top of the key. Guarded by C.J. Reed. It's kicked out to Fontana, but now we've got a long rebound. Lucas Lee going to kick it out to Pedraza with time running out! And it's good! A 3-point basket is good! As Oscar Pedraza is mobbed in the corner of the court. What a great shot. A clean look from Mateo Fontana, a long rebound. Lee gets it over to Pedraza in the corner, and with the buzzer off in the air, the ball is good, and St. Francis is going to steal one. From the Fightin Irish, final score here in San Francisco, 68 for the Lancers. Fightin Irish, 67.
Sacred Heart Cathedral girls basketball
We invite you all back for our last broadcast of basketball season next Tuesday as we honor our girls basketball team with senior night as they take on St. Francis, a 6 o'clock game. What a thriller here. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to SHC TV live on YouTube. Have a good night.